So one reflection of this whole war, and I think it is a war. I don't think it's an exaggeration to call it that. Is what's happening at the White House briefings,
Yeah.
which is sort of my territory. I don't go as often as I used to because, frankly, they're a waste of time. But the White House is really, in so many different ways. One day we'll have a briefing on camera. The next day it's not on camera, but you can use the audio. The next day you can't use the video, you can't use the audio. Or the next day there's just no briefing.
Right.
And then this was the White House Correspondents Association that did this, not the White House, but they have also opened the door to, there are people in that briefing room today, over half of them, I have no idea who they are. No idea. Don't recognize them. Never saw them before. I don't know of any organization that they represent. And a lot of them now have seats, as you've reported. Particularly the more conservative operations now have seats in the briefing room.
Well, I mean, sometimes.
So what are they trying to do?
I would have to look. So the seats are determined by the Correspondents Association.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not the White House. Yeah.
But the briefing has been interesting. I mean, for years during the Obama administration, I would also hear complaints about the briefing, that it was a waste of time, that it shouldn't be televised, etc. Now the briefing has become sort of ground zero and a representation.
By the way, I have to challenge you. I heard that too, but they were minority voices at that time.
Right, but
D.D. Myers has always said they should cancel the briefings. She's
so
wrong.
is
She's wrong.
Ari Fleischer and Mike McCurry and all these people. And some print reporters complain about the televised briefings. They say that it's distracting, that the front row just tries to grandstand and get their clips in to be used in the ads for their cable
Which is
networks.
true.
Right.
Absolutely
so
true.
But the briefing has now become sort of ground zero for all of these issues that we have with the administration, between the administration and the press, which then when things like the back and forth of having the briefing on camera versus off camera, that really gets magnified in this atmosphere. And I don't know if it will ever change. I do sometimes get the feeling, and I don't have reporting to back this up, that the White House enjoys this game of on-camera briefings, off-camera briefings, turning it around and getting the media all riled up. It's a wonderful and easy thing to do just to get everybody worked up about these things when they might not matter. And as you say, I mean, the briefings have always sort of been pointless. In any administration, the press secretary is always going to try to spin things, and every White House reporter, even before this administration, has told me the best reporting you do on the White House is outside the White House, that you need to get off campus. And however, they're still important because they still represent something very important. They represent the administration answering questions publicly on camera to the American people, and so they should not go away. But I think a lot of people are open to some things that have been changing, but it's sort of petty, the little games of on camera, off camera, yes, no, maybe so. And it is understandable if they want to let the president's voice speak, but they just keep changing things around, that it's.
Plus, and again, I was there under, Robert Gibbs and Jay Carney and Josh Earnest, and it was frustrating because we weren't always able to get direct answers. Straight answers to our questions, right? But let me tell you, miles more information from them than we ever get from Sean Spicer or Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who just don't answer questions and make a point of it and just say, that's a stupid question, kind of,